We sitting here with Mr. Les Collie, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And you were responsible for those annual Detroit Bass Fest, right?
Yes.
So, the first question I asked was, did you play bass? You said a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the learning stage. I'm not like this guy here. I'm just
Man, you can do your thing. I'll be playing with us.
We all in the learning stage, right?
Yep, I'm learning right now.
I've learned so much today myself. Now,
it's been a great day.
Yeah, we in the basement hanging out. We got Pope doing the background music with us on Emily Rogers' signature bass from Answer. We got Miss Gwyneth Hayes in the house. Another Detroit bass player. We got Mr. Corey. I ain't even gonna try it.
Corey Traventelli.
We got Parker Klein. We also got in the back and behind him trying to hide Mike Rich. We also have hanging out with us Emily Rogers, a Detroit bass player, nominated for a Detroit Music Award.
Yeah.
And we got a keyboard player that plays the bass lines with his left hand on the keyboard.
Baby boy Bob.
and I wanted to talk to you about, man, why the Detroit Bass Fest?
Well, the Detroit Bass Fest was actually started because of New York Bass Day. And we noticed that we didn't have anything like that in Detroit. So me and the gentleman, Bob DeGeorge, formerly of Lowdown Sound, put together a clinic, one-night clinic, at Tenney Street Lounge over in Dearborn. And it went over so well, people were like, well, you got to do it again, you got to do it again. And so it took us a few years to get the funding for the last we did in 2010. But we were able to, at the first one, we had Steve Lawson, Matt Garrison, those who know Matt.
That was at the clinic thing?
That was at the first Detroit Bass Fest.
Oh, okay.
It was first Detroit Bass Fest with Mike Dimon, Freak Bass, who's a protege of Bootsy Collins, and Jocko 3X, along with, who am I missing?
We have Victor Wooten's protege John Bashar.
John Bashar. And that was the 2004. In 2010, we had Doug Johns, Anthony Wellington. We had
Brandon Rowe.
Brandon Play.
Yeah, since then.
Since then, yeah. And Joe Beasley was our featured player. But we started the Detroit Bass Fest Vanguard Award, given to the bass player who does whatever he can to get the bass out there in the audience and just whatever they do civically in the community. And that went to Ralphie Armstrong, good friend of mine. And
another Detroit bass player.
Another great Detroit bass, great fusion bass player. And we've been trying to do it the last couple of years, but funding's been a problem because we were LLC when we started the Urban Music Network to be a 501c3 so we could get funding to have these master classes and clinics. And that's where we stand today. So.
Okay, so do you anticipate having funding and doing one in 2012?
We anticipate having one November 17th, actually. Nate Watts, who is on our board of,
I can do that.
Another Detroit bass player.
Another Detroit bass player. Stevie Wonder's bass player is on our advisory board for the Urban Music Network. He'll be the featured player that particular night. Doug Johns said he would come.
A Cleveland bass player, a good friend of mine.
But these things have to work out as far as getting sponsorships and stuff. So if anybody's out there that wants to help sponsor to get these artists in, you can reach me at DetroitBassFest@hotmail.com or Urban Music Detroit @hotmail.com.
I'm usually just if I'm out.
Okay. And anything else you want to say?
I'll be sitting in front of
if you want more information about what we do with urban music, you can go to www.urbanmusic.org. You can go to www.detroitbassfest.com. My phone number 313-686-3377. I'm a proud member of the DetroitBassPlayers.com, and this is one one of the things we're doing educationally to help our young kids. And not just for the young kids, but for all ages. I was like 46 when I finally picked up a bass.
Well, yeah, that's why I ain't mad at you.
And I'm 51 now. But if we can get instruments in our children's hands, we can get them to music, we can get them away from this other crazy stuff going on out here. But, you got to start somewhere. And so this is one of the reasons we've started Detroit Bass Fest and the Urban Music Network.
Good. Well, I look forward to being a participant if I can, or helping in some way when the next time you have it, man. Because you know me, personally, I just love me some bass guitar, man.
We're going to have Gordon Spencer is on our board of directors for the Urban Music Network. We're going to have a luncheon for folks who want to join the volunteer board for Urban Music Network. It would help get money for the board to get the folks in, and it would help with that day's events. Somebody to do the staging, the lighting, shooting it, and all of that stuff. So if you're interested, go to urbanmusicdetroit@hotmail.com and just let me know that you'd like to come to the event. We'll give you the information when we got everything set up.
All right, well, good, man. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, another Detroit bass player, Mr. Les Collie. Thank you.
Thank you.
And his sidekick.
Yes.